say, oh no, we're on our way. Escape to reality. Escape to reality. Escape to reality. Escape to reality. Woo!
Hey everybody, welcome to Escape to Reality, your favorite Bravo TV lovers, Justine.
Back in the house, and Geneva, what up? We're here. We're talking Bravo this week. It was a couple very good episodes of Real Housewives of New Jersey.
Yeah, they're bringing it, man.
I love it.
I'm
Jersey.
loving it.
We're going to talk Atlanta, talk briefly Dirtyjohn, and kind of dive into the mess. Yeah, but Jersey is just
Atlanta was okay, but it was. Jersey they're blowing off the map.
They're so good. Jersey and New York, man, 1 and 2. I think they're really every season is fantastic.
Teresa's life is falling to the shithole, and her life is just exploding on TV. It's crazy, and none of it has to do with what's really going on in her life.
I know, but it's still good. I love it. So
which I'm happy about, because I don't want to hear about that real stuff.
No, I don't want. Honestly, when the show was too real,
I didn't watch one season when it was too dark.
When they keep flashing back to the fight between Joe and Joe, I'm like,
oh my God,
this show, man.
Did he dye his beard and his hair then, or has he just gotten older?
No, I think
it's
he dyed
black.
Yeah,
it does not look good.
No, it really doesn't. As always,
Melissa nose job. Once
God.
Again, best money spent on a nose job ever. She was pretty before, but she's model behavior after that.
What's interesting to me about her,
but she's ugly on the inside.
She always looks the same. Her hair always looks, and she always looks good, but she looks the exact same.
Point.
Always to me.
That is weird. That is a really good point.
I don't know, because other housewives. I mean, not to
No, you wear your hair up. You wear your hair here. You wear your hair here. You never know what you're going to get with my lion's mane. I am a whole new person every day. Holy crap.
Yeah, but she always looks the exact
She doesn't
same.
gain 1 pound.
No. Yeah.
Wow, you're so right. It's creepy. She's very robotic. What was that movie called? Machina. Ex Machina.
Yeah. Okay, before we dive in, which we've already done.
Worst ending, which fucking pissed me off on that movie.
Never saw that movie.
Oh, don't waste your time.
I take your movie recommendations about it 4 out of 10. If Justine ever recommends a movie, think twice. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's not. Before we dive in, though, fully, we are going to do a little celebrity gossip. First, we kindly ask, if you're so inclined, go subscribe and rate us on iTunes. We would love you forever. Apple Podcasts, all of that jazz. And then we also did an interview this week.
I always think of that when on with P. Diddy making the band, when he'd make those girls, the Danity Kane sitting around the piano, I'll love you forever. Do you remember that? And then they have to keep going. And that's what always makes me think of it. Oh my God.
That was a classic show, though.
Out of all the TV shows, he's ingrained. He needs to be on TV on a cycle all the time. Just reality TV.
Yes,
I don't care about the 4 or whatever he's on.
I like the 4, but yeah.
I think you're the only person.
And then we also did an interview for you Bravo lovers out there this week with Colin O'Toole from Below Deck Med, which was fun. So if you haven't checked that out, go peep it.
He's really cute, and his voice
sweet.
Was really sexual, and I enjoyed it. He was really cute.
I think the best thing we got out of it is we asked him about if chicks are hitting him up in the DMs, and he said chicks don't as much as people's mothers trying to set them up, which I found fucking hilarious.
Which is totally his brand.
I just love a bunch of moms on Instagram trying to find their daughters a man. Is that what we're doing in 2019?
From after watching Below Deck. They're not hitting up Joao for that.
No.
They were hitting up the poor other guy, Ross, until he got in the slammer.
Yep. All right. Okay.
Let's start. Okay. I used to be a fan of this person. Now I will hate him and spit on his gravestone. Louis C.K., you can go rot in fucking hell. Okay, I had first heard rumors that he was a creeper behind the scenes a long time ago. Actually, the first person I heard say this was Roseanne. Now, Roseanne is the girl who cried wolf, so nobody was listening to her. But she was right, and she said that Louis C.K. was pretty much a predator. Then okay, that's not enough that you have 2 daughters and you're masturbating in front of women. Nobody wants to see that. And if they do, they're fucking lying to you. Second of all, and then what was the second thing he did? I can't remember. But then the third was that you're sitting there making fun of the Parkland shooting survivors. I'm happy that this is blowing up and that hopefully his career will be taken down. I get like that comedians should be allowed to say stuff, but that's not even funny. You should know better than that, you scumbag.
Well,
it really makes me so fucking angry.
It's just continually depressing to me how we are always willing to forgive men who are like fucking disgusting against women, like consistently. It doesn't matter. People get passes left and right.
Those kids were in a fucking school shooting for their life, and you joke around about that though. Go fuck yourself. You have 2 kids. It was enough for me. Once I found out about the masturbating thing, which whatever, I was not a fan any longer. I would not be going to see his show. I regret even going to see a show of his. I was lost there because it's just weird to sit there. It's one thing it's just weird to sit there and masturbate in front of somebody. It was just really weird. I couldn't get past that. There was one other thing he did that was screwy. And then now this. It's just really, he's really a bad person. Yeah, you're a scumbag, Louis C.K.
Canceled.
Okay. Sorry, that was my rant. I hate him. I just am ashamed that I was a fan, and I guess I had to get that off my chest. Yeah,
therapy.
Andy Cohen is having a boy, which is nice. A little St. Louis Cardinal. So,
I wonder if I feel like I don't know this for sure, but all of the snaps and stuff I see of his apartment, it seems kind of small. I wonder if he's going to like move to a more family-friendly area or if he's going to stay. I'm sure he'll stay in the city, but
I think he has like a fire pole in his house. The baby will ride down there and have a lot of fun.
Yeah, it just doesn't seem like a family-friendly home, but I could be wrong.
Yeah, well, it will be very interesting to see his life transform. I don't know if he knows what he's in for.
I know, right?
Okay. And then the other news is Kim Kardashian. They're having the 4th baby via someone else's vagina. So,
shit.
Yeah.
I mean, 4 kids. I just feel like, honestly, 4 kids is irresponsible in this day and age. And why do you need 4 fucking kids? Really?
It's a lot of people. But it's really a lot of people. It scares me. Okay.
And we don't need 17 Kardashian grandchildren.
No. They're cute, but it's just too much. Khloe, dye your hair back darker. I hate your blonde hair. You look like an idiot. Your boyfriend hates you. He was probably cheating on you right in front of you. You're just sad.
Oh my God.
Come on, girl. Buck up.
Did anyone see the video of her on New Year's Eve? She thinks she's like dancing on his ass, and she turns around and he's not even behind her. It's hilarious. And you
that made national news.
Yeah, she's like wasted.
And she's still embarrassed. Yeah, it's so sad. And who released that video? Her?
I don't know. I think it was on somebody else's Snap, like one of his friends or something. I thought it was hilarious.
It's really sad.
I don't know if you follow this person on Instagram, but they're hilarious. It's called Nori's Black Book, and it's like a mock Northwest Instagram. And like she, like, to give you an example, there's like a video of Chicago that Kim Kardashian put up recently, and like the caption she wrote is like, Miss Personality over here has been with us for almost a year and has done nothing. By the time I was her age, I'd been in Vogue. I asked her if she was interested in designing for the kids supply, and she said no because she's setting boundaries. Like, it's hilarious. If you guys need a good like making
I gotta follow that. Why?
Yeah.
I wish you had told me. Yeah,
it's good.
Northwest is I really do enjoy her, and I love that little. I just read a meme that made me chuckle before we got on. She's wearing that little green outfit, and it's like, I've had 5 mental breakdowns today or something.
I saw that,
She's just she is cute, but she doesn't look like either of them. It's interesting how, I wonder what she'll grow up to look like.
Yeah.
But you don't know what Kim Kardashian looks like anymore because she's really turning into like a when I see those pictures, it's just bizarre. She just doesn't look right anymore. And that stupid condo. Did you see those pictures? Sorry, real quick, of those stage pictures of them out on the balcony. Like, they probably really hate each other. Though that's the feeling I get when people do that. It means they hate each other, and they have to put it out on there that they really like each other. But it's staged. And the second that they walk back in that house, she's like, "Fuck you, Kanye." That's the feelings I get.
You hope. I think they're really obsessed with each other, which is like disgusting because they're both gross.
I think I really have a new love for Kylie though. I don't know why. I liked her blue hair.
Did you see this documentary that Lifetime is airing about R. Kelly and him like being disgusting?
I read
with
about
these
just
chicks?
I can't watch it because I've already been sold that he's a scumbag from day one when he was screwing Aaliyah. Like, did we need more proof? And I love John Legend even more. So good for him.
Yeah. So did we talk about this? We
haven't.
If you guys haven't watched the R. Kelly thing, you should. It's like disgusting that just the predatory nature that he's been creeping on young girls forever. And
then he has a bunch of girls living there, right? That he
controls. And like what's fucked up to me is that they're all like young black women. And I think that has a lot to do with why nobody gives a fuck. Because it's like, they're always marginalized. And so it's like they just don't even, if this was a bunch of white chicks that were 16 getting taken away from their parents, it would be a different situation, And they're like, these chicks are getting pregnant, having miscarriages, abortions. Like,
the thing is, R. Kelly, I think he's paying for all these families, right? Or he's shutting them up with money.
Well,
he's a real scumbag.
A lot of times, like the girls just disappear and the parents can't find them, and like it's disgusting. But John Legend appeared in the documentary, and like I guess people were coming for him.
And he's the only artist who would do it. Why? See, there's something going on there. Why?
There were other artists in there, but no one as big as him. But he
P.
on
Diddy
Twitter,
should be out there speaking out,
right? He was on Twitter saying like, "Hey, this is not courageous. This is just like what you do if somebody's a fucking serial rapist." But we saw John Legend in concert,
scumbag,
and he was
man,
amazing. He was so good.
Yeah, and then I was reading just articles about Aaliyah and her mom. They walk on the tour bus and see that they were screwing or something, and nothing was done about that. It's really gross.
They got married when she was 15.
Like, how can that be possible? And so he went to court, right?
Yeah.
Remember he went, and how did he get off of that?
So I haven't watched that episode. Was on last night, but I don't know. Evidently there were 14 witnesses and a video, and he still got off. Disgusting. I don't know.
He's got something on somebody, is what I think, because there's no way he's a scumbag. How can this be happening?
I know. It's gross. So everybody cancel R. Kelly. He deserves to be canceled.
He's been canceled in my book from... Go back in the fucking stupid-ass closet, you little bitch. Not in a gay way, but your stupid music videos.
I know. You know what's sad, though, is like a lot of his music reminds me of my youth, It's like, it's really hard to like disconnect the music from the person. I remember being like 12 years old singing I Believe I Can Fly at the top of my lungs. Like I was going to lose my mind.
I never was really... I think I always got a creeper vibe. I don't know. I never was into him, but I also was listening to Brian Setzer Orchestra when I was like 10 years old. I was a weird kid. Okay, so and other people were Okay, so next is our Pretty Little Liar, Shay Mitchell. What was her name? Emily on Pretty Little Liars. Geneva and I did watch that show.
Blacked that show out.
She had a miscarriage. She doesn't seem like she's old enough to have a baby. Like, I feel bad for her. Poor thing, had a miscarriage, but that came out in the news. Another weird couple, but I like this couple, but it just still blows my mind. I'll talk about two couples. One that is, they're both weird. One I like, one I think is he's on R. Kelly status here almost, is well, Katie Holmes and Jamie Foxx, I really appreciate their relationship. I love that they're becoming more public. It's just Katie Holmes just seems like such a mute robot. I was never a Katie Holmes fan with Dawson's Creek, so I just find it interesting that they're in a relationship, and Jamie Foxx just seems so full of life. So I would just love to see a behind-the-scenes video of what their relationship is like. Do you feel that same way?
Well, she had an agreement as part of her divorce that she couldn't be in a public relationship for 5 years after the divorce. And so I think the 5 years are up. That's why they're slowly like coming out. But yeah, I agree. I follow her on Instagram. Her content is very bizarre. Yeah, so
she's
they do
just
seem
weird.
like opposites.
Even they couldn't hire a better Joey Potter who had a little more life behind the eyes. She was dead there. I don't know. And anyone who signed up for the Scientology Tom Cruise, you got hired to be his wife, is sad.
Yeah, very sad. Agreed.
Yeah. Then the other one is Catherine McPhee and David Foster. Get a life, David Foster.
Ugh. I mean, how can you...
He's too old for her.
Why wouldn't you want to stay with Yolanda? I mean, Yolanda's amazing.
Or just
Weird.
date someone your freaking age. She's younger than your daughters. At that point, you gotta do what's right.
Yeah,
That's
I
not
agree.
right. It's weird.
Yeah.
It's on the teeter totterings of. I don't care if she's old enough. It's just bizarre. And he sang at her wedding to one of
That's
to her.
bizarre.
Yeah, it's just I see pictures of that and it's really interesting. Okay, real quick, Cardi B and Bruno Mars are in rumors to drop a song together, hopefully by the end of the month. So I'm excited for that. I love Cardi B, her little whole tour in Australia, New Zealand, picking a wedgie. She just keeps it real. I love her.
Yep.
Okay, Ronnie, what do you think about Ronnie? She threw an
bullshit
ashtray
continues.
at him.
Yeah,
You can't write a story better than that. In the Hustler Club in Vegas. I mean, it's great.
Ridiculous. On New
It's
Year's
not
Eve,
great,
he's,
but it's
he's
great.
walking out right before midnight, getting thrown an ashtray in his head. Then her apartment gets trashed. He says it's her, or she says it's him. There's video of him destroying her security camera. It's just like, honestly, someone needs to get involved and separate them. Like, they need to be separated. And he needs to move back to freaking Jersey, get out of Vegas.
Yeah.
Like, get out of there. You need to.
He's
you
on
need
drugs.
distance. You need fucking miles. Like,
It's like Ronnie and Jen got into a fight on New Year's Eve. They broke up before New Year's Eve, got back together right before then, and they got in a big fight on Monday night. They're currently broken up. But it's the same story every time. No shit.
Why is he living in Vegas? That's the worst place for him to be, period.
And then
like,
he puts up, I miss my daughter. Well, you're going to miss her. It sucks. You need to, I feel bad because that
Go
bitch
away.
is going to take the daughter and you're not going to be able to see her. But that's the price you're going to have to pay because you fucked this crazy bitch. Sorry.
yeah, get out of there.
You should have taken DJ Pauly D's advice from the get-go.
Yeah.
You wouldn't be in
Okay.
this position.
Yeah, it's gross. It's that whole situation is depressing to me now. Now, especially since there's a kid, it's like, Jesus Christ, get it together. Okay.
An ashtray. Doesn't get more WT than that.
I know,
In the
right?
Hustler Club.
God.
Yeah, that's not going to cause a fight.
No, ridiculous. All right, so let's dive into our Bravo breakdown. We're going to start with ATL, which, man, it feels like it was 7 weeks ago.
I know. Can't remember.
Okay, so let's see what happened. Oh, God. So this was the episode where Noelle left for college.
Oh, well.
That was rough. Cynthia
Did you
was
see that?
very cute, though.
Yeah, she was. You see that Twitter of that it's Leon backwards? Like, wow, that's crazy. I
Oh
love
yeah,
it,
so
though.
Dorian noticed that, and I was like, really? It finally like clicked. I was like, you know what? That's smart because it doesn't
It's
sound like
pretty
the same
cool.
name.
No, I
Yeah.
think it's really cool. Yeah.
And I love Leon. He really.
There's no one hotter.
He is very. Imagine if that was your dad. Well, I
No,
wouldn't feel that way. Though.
he is. I think the hottest house husband on the planet.
There's
He's
something
so
like
hot.
his vibe is just very cool.
Oh
you
my
know?
God!
Like,
If I was Cynthia, I would never be able to move on either.
I know.
How did she break up with him?
I don't know because like they do seem like they have a very good co-parenting relationship. You know, which I appreciate seeing a couple like.
But he has
still
a
being
girlfriend,
committed.
right?
Probably, I'm sure.
Oh my God, he is so hot though.
Yeah, he
He's
really
my
is.
favorite. Oh my God, I really like him.
Mama Joyce is back. She made an appearance.
Oh my God, someone put lemonade with Mama Joyce's face with her hitting the thing with lemonade. It made me laugh out loud.
Oh, that's hilarious. Yeah, so evidently the comment she made about like Todd turning or Candy turning the lemon into lemonade, talking about Todd, has offended Todd. And Mama Joyce is trying to say it was a compliment, which I thought was hilarious.
She was really pulling straws there.
Yeah, like, and then when she met up with like Todd, she's like trying to explain it again. She's like, "Well, Candy's a lemon tree, and you're a." I was just like, "Give it up, man."
She's
Like,
not
the
a lemon.
The lemon analogy is not working at all.
Just apologize.
Yeah, I mean, Mama Joyce, like when you go back and see, Candy has always been an apologist for some like pretty fucked up behavior from her, in my opinion. You know what I mean? Like she just lets her say anything to her and just be an asshole and just like forgives her constantly. It's very interesting.
Where's her dad? Do we know anything about her dad?
No, I don't think we do. I think she was raised by Mama Joyce and the aunts, I think.
Wow.
Yeah,
Out
and
on a
she also missed Candy's award show. Been on back-to-back vacations.
Oh, that
which I
was
loved.
sad, huh?
Yeah.
I like that Candy, it matters to her still.
Yeah. I have to continue to say I could give a shit about Shamari. I can't find myself
I
to
can't
care
even
at
remember
all.
her name when it comes on.
Me neither.
I have to like look at it and write it down.
Yes. Same.
Why did they bring her on?
I don't know. I just like there's something about the whole situation to me that is just so apparent that she wants to be a housewife for the sole purpose of being famous. Do you know what I mean?
Or she's broke. I don't know.
Well, that's what I mean. To like make money
Yeah.
and like to be relevant again. And it just comes across like I don't give
just
a shit
didn't
about her and
work.
her mom. I don't care
Yeah.
about the twins. I don't care about her husband. I don't care
And,
about any
and
of
these
it.
people are like, my mom wasn't around. Well, your mom had to go to work when
Right.
you were a kid. It's not like I held it against my mom. She wasn't out blowing coke till 5 a.m. She was at
Right.
work. Give her a
Right.
break. I hate that shit. I hate that.
Well, especially as an adult too, you should have a better perspective. And as a mother, that like you have to provide for your kids. Like that's just a reality. I don't know.
They always play that on there. What about the Portia though with the farting at the beginning and her sister's like, stick your finger in there. I'm like, oh my God, this is really gonna make me barf.
Oh, it's disgusting. She was walking
Get
around
up,
like
Portia. Fart if you have to fart. Wait till you shit all over the table when you give birth, okay? And I'll really see.
she was
We'll
walking
see if
around
his
like
hot
she
dog
was-
comes back around.
She was walking around like she was giving birth. I was like, get it together.
What are you, 10 weeks pregnant?
Right? Oh God. Oh, the classic scene. Eva trying on the wedding dresses. Nene brings Marlo. And she's
That
trying.
was a dirty move, Nene.
Oh, I love it though. As she's trying on dresses, she's like, I like it. I need more lace, and I just want 10 pounds off.
I hated the first dress too. It was a prom dress. You're not
No,
going to
I-
wear that. It's not flattering.
I love Marlo. And
I love
then-
Nene snacking at her though about the 10
she's
pounds.
like, bitch, you need to stop with that ass. I was like, they are hilarious.
She and what's her face? I would have cried if someone said that to me at postpartum. She's 11 weeks or 13
Right.
weeks pregnant. I mean, postpartum. I mean, she looks incredible. Give
She
her
does.
a break.
Right. And I'm not an Eva fan, but she looks great. You got to give her, and she's trying on fucking wedding dresses with like a newborn. Come on.
She is growing on me more. The less mouthy she is, the more I like her.
What I don't like is how she's
There's enough mouthiness on the show.
right? What I don't like is how she constantly refers to herself as she. I find it like really like
It's really narcissistic and
it's like-
annoying.
narcissistic.
You
It
aren't
comes
America's
across,
Next Top
like-
model.
It comes across like drag queenie or something. Like I don't know what that vibe is. It's just like I don't.
She sits and stares at herself in the mirror and says it to her 24 times a
She
day.
is looking amazing. It's
And then
like,
she refers
has
to the-
lost, da, 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 da. I'm like, God, stop.
Who's she?
Right.
Yeah. You didn't win American Idol. You're not Kelly Clarkson, honey.
Right. Well, Kelly Clarkson also is. You know what? Kelly Clarkson's looking better too. She's getting.
Oh, no, not in looks, but star-wise. Like Kelly Clarkson, she's a star. When you think about her catalog, or off topic real fast, she's got a lot of hits. I'd go see her in concert.
Yeah,
And she
she's a great
has a
voice.
sweet personality. The more you get to know her, they need to give her a talk show, I think.
I would go in concert if the tickets were free. I'm not paying. for Kelly
Yes,
Clarkson.
or $20. Yeah.
Yeah.
$20 front row, I'm there.
Okay. Yeah. $20 for a row. I'm there.
And she pops a titty out. I'm really there. But
Yeah,
that
I
was
don't
really
know.
fun. I love Marlo. I love Marlo, Nene, and Eva.
Me
I
too.
say it wrong. Eva.
Eva's right.
She,
yes.
I could watch them eat dinner all day long together
too. I
and get
just-
drunk. Let them get drunk together.
I just really appreciate Marlo's ridiculous comments, and I think to an extent she knows they're ridiculous, and that makes it even better. Like I just find her very enjoyable.
Me too.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. I love her. Now she's on the Danielle of the wavelength of that. So should they be housewives? Because Shamari's a housewife, but all we do is talk about Marlo. So who's
Right.
getting paid more? It's not fair.
Well, to me, Shamari should leave and Marlo should be a permanent housewife. I can't stand. I just like Shamari. I don't dislike her. I don't like her. I could give a shit. I just don't even.
I can't remember her name, and we're
Right.
6, 7. That's not good.
Yeah, no, it's not. Any
You know
other
what
thoughts?
I heard real fast about the Marlo is that they can't. she has slit people in the club, like she's sliced people with knives or something, and that she can't legally be what's the word have insurance behind her, like she would call, like that's what I've heard of why she wouldn't be a housewife.
Why she can't be a full-time housewife?
Yeah, I don't know if that's true,
like that.
because other people are. I mean, Teresa's about to stab somebody any point, so I don't know.
That's good though. I like that. That makes her even better. Give it to her, Bravo. Come on.
I know you can handle the insurance claim.
Yeah, it's worth it. It's worth it. Let her slit somebody up in the club. No, I'm just kidding.
So Howard University is where?
Okay, so someone came and corrected me because I was thinking of Morehouse, which is in Atlanta. Howard is in D.C.
Oh, okay.
Yep. So she is going far away. That makes a lot more sense.
She's going to be cold over there.
Yeah, DC's a whole... I mean, DC is supposed to be... You know, I've had some friends go to college there. They loved it. Yeah, Noelle, she'll be fine.
She's in a room all by herself? What was that?
Yeah, I guess so. She got her own room. Nice.
And UGG sheets. Oh my gosh, that sounds nice. I just caught that real
disgusting.
fast.
I would be sweating my ass off if I had UGG sheets.
Those UGG products, though, they make everything so fabulous. I bet they have it down
you don't
pat.
That's like sleeping in flannel. I don't know how people sleep in flannel sheets.
I don't either. I need it right now, actually, but yeah, it is hot. I've been having night sweats. But and Greg and Nini's kids like Greg's kids. Have we seen them before? That's just all sad. So the cancer tumor is gone. There might be some cancer left in him, but if it doesn't really accumulate, he'll be okay, is what they say.
Right, but I mean, it sounds like he's still sick right now, so I don't know. You know, because like they're still,
I did the whole chicken fried steak one time at a restaurant, so I still don't know what it's chicken fried steak. It's steak that's cooked like fried chicken. Okay, now we got it. I got that wrong too. That Cynthia too. We're born on the same day. We got the same problems.
Yeah, there you go.
All right.
All right. Let's do a little Jersey. So we have 2 episodes to talk about.
They need to tape Portia in giving birth, though. That would be the best TV in the whole planet.
Oh, God. We'll start with Danielle's wedding, which
oh my God,
was great.
Classic. I mean, it's up there for classic.
It is
Bravo television.
The bride squad photo shoot. The pictures to me were hilarious. They looked real low budget. Like the ones they were showing at least on the screen, I was like, what is this? Like their faces were all fucked up.
No, it was horrible.
Mid-movement.
I don't blame Margaret. I'm not taking my pants off either. I mean, if I was in good shape, but not next to Melissa Gorga and Teresa, it didn't look bad. She had on nice black whatever pants.
How are her daughters like not like my mom is one of the most ridiculous human beings alive? Like I don't get how they're like,
they look like they're medicated.
They do. The scene of all scenes. Marty, who's marrying Danielle, goes out with both Joes. And they just go in on her, which I thought was fantastic. Joe says she's pussy whipping you. You need to whip that pussy, which I thought was all-time line.
He's the only person who says pussy, and it doesn't really make me sick.
I know, right?
That was the best. That could be a whole episode of just them.
It really could have.
I'm loving Joe, Margaret's Joe, too.
Yes.
I'm loving him.
They tell him, like, to think twice about the wedding. They start writing him, tell him that he spent $45,000 on a dress on his credit card.
Is that true?
I guess so. That's what she
said. The dress did look like it could cost $45,000, but geez, and then you're in the sand with it?
Yeah, crazy. He says that she's a challenge to me and I like challenges. And then he gets pissed. He's like, you're pissing me the fuck off right now, and slaps her Margaret's Joe's drink. And then they pretend they were kidding. They're like, it was a test. I'm like, that was not a fucking test.
That was a good save.
And I love Joe's like, it was absolutely not a test, but we had to get out of it. Like, oh my God.
And then Marty says they're not having sex, so it's not like the old pizza parlor days.
Right. I love Joe entering the room after, like, wasted off his ass, like, falling down.
Bit it. Good thing it was a plastic cup.
And just, like, pounding, like, 6-hour-old breakfast. That was disgusting.
And then he's, they come in and he's all wet, and he's like, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
He probably really doesn't remember. He's probably had 8 ate cocktails, I bet.
I mean,
from that morning.
Easily. They were driving around with 3 handles, like mobily. Like they were bringing them with them everywhere.
What a vacation. That's my type of
Right.
freaking wedding. Who would all those people? How they get all those people there for an old person wedding? It's not even like a youthful wedding where there's hope. You know that they hated each other. Come on. Who would waste their time and money? Who likes either of those people enough to go there?
Well, yeah, it's a trip. You know, like stuff like that's like, all right, let's go to the Bahamas, and Danielle happens to be getting married. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I guess they got money. I don't know. It's crazy.
That was, and yeah, Joe coming back and just pounding the old food. Was
he have a black card? How? Yeah, it was hilarious. I loved it. Oh, I love leftovers.
He has money.
I wonder how. Is he a contractor? I don't know.
What did he do? Why did I think he was a cop? You know what? I'm confusing him and Eye Patch. It's like I'm confusing the two of them.
Marty.
What's
Daniel,
his last name?
Yeah.
Coswell or something?
I don't know.
Caffery. Let's see what he does. Yeah, and then, so Dolores and Jackie, meanwhile, back in Jersey, have lunch. I just love Dolores. She doesn't give a shit. What you said was extremely offensive. You have an elitist attitude, which I thought was great. We have to talk about the fact that on the internet came out a picture of Jackie at a fan meet and greet with Teresa.
I love whoever dug that up. You deserve 100 stars for life. You deserve a pass to heaven for that, honey.
It has completely changed how I see her in every scene.
Oh, I've hated her 100%.
You have. You have.
Yeah, we'll get into my hatred for her, Melissa, but yes, right? I mean, it could be a coincidence, but it does seem very now when you look at this episode or the next episode, even all she does is talk about Melissa or Teresa. It is a little weird.
Yes, it seems like very like she's being intentionally trying to like she's concerned about it, but she wants to be on the show and like all of that. It's very
How the hell did she get on this show?
I don't know. You notice how she said, she was like, I mean, can I just explain myself a little bit? She's like, my dad went to prison for tax evasion for 6 months. And Dolores is like, that's not the fucking same. Like 6 months. And Teresa and her husband have now served like a combined 5 years. Like, what are you talking about?
Yeah. And that was your dad. And it's not your husband, and you were in college, so you were pretty distracted, I'm sure. And Teresa's got 4 psychopathic daughters that got to get their nails done. I mean, it's crazy.
It's a lot. Right.
And Joe's getting deported. I mean, I don't even know if he'll be able to go home and see the house. He might be on a plane from Boom to Florence, Italy, which at the end of the day, you know, I guess he could go live over there. They could. It's not the best ideal. It's probably better than jail, but.
Well, yeah.
Those jails seem pretty nice, though.
Yeah. Back in Bimini, they have the rehearsal. Margaret says it's going to rain. Danielle flips on her, which I thought was hilarious. Like, she caused it to rain.
I like Margaret. I should just say I'll win the lottery.
Right.
It is true. It is very logical. But it would piss you off if you hear somebody say, it does kind of like, it's like, like we all know it's going to rain. Just shut the fuck up about it. But
right. Danielle,
she's starting to hate Danielle. You can tell.
100%. Danielle confronts Joe. I love it. Joe Gorga, and he like gets nervous and calls over the other Joe, and then asks if am I after Marty for his money? And then I love Joe goes, I'm debating the answer, which I thought was great.
She's like, look at me, look at me, you scare me.
And she thinks Margaret egged him on. She really she has a bone to pick with Margaret over.
She does.
Over what? Her hanging out with Dolores?
She's crazy. Yes. She's nuts. If I was Margaret, I wouldn't even have made it to the wedding. I wouldn't have gone.
No, I wouldn't have either. Why are you a bridesmaid? It's obvious she hates you. You hate her. What's the point? It doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, Danielle thought that she was like going to be her companion. And then, or she's maybe just super jealous that she's not a full-time housewife. Who knows?
Yeah, I don't know.
I love Margaret, though.
I do, too. The wedding day. First thing is she walks in. As they walk in, she's like, don't tell me your hair is wet, to all the ladies, and loses her shit. It's like, this is gonna be a nice day.
And Teresa said that it said to come with wet hair at
right because like if you're getting your hair and makeup done, typically you do come with wet hair. You don't blow dry out your own hair.
And that girl who said, don't yell at the glam. That's Priscilla, that girl, that magical makeup artist.
Makeup. Yeah, she does fantastic.
She does. Danielle did look smoking hot in that white rehearsal dinner outfit. Didn't she look beautiful?
Yeah, she did look good.
She is so crazy, though.
She is.
Seems like her vagina would be really worn out. Not to be mean, just that it wouldn't come snapping back like somebody else's. I don't know.
She just seems worn out to me.
Some meat curtains a la LC.
She keeps making comments to Margaret. Margaret gets up and leaves and tells her her behavior is distasteful. And they cry and make up, which seems fake and completely stupid.
It was like Margaret just has to contain the crazy psychopath.
You just got to get through one day. See, I would have just not even engaged with her and just gotten wasted. Like, I would have just started drinking, get through the day. Oh,
I would have really caused a fight and probably been sitting in my hotel room when the wedding was going on because I wouldn't be allowed down there.
What do you think of the bridesmaid dresses? They were like the ones where you can wrap 1,000 ways, like the infinity dresses. Like, I don't know. I expected a little more. I thought they were very basic.
The whole thing was the color.
The pink.
It's just, I like Joe Gorga wearing the pink. I like the guys wearing the pink.
To me, it was the wedding of a 20-year-old in a 50-year-old woman's body. Like, you know what I mean? Like, having that many bridesmaids, having a whole shebang. It's like, this is not...
So embarrassing.
Yeah, I don't know.
You don't need... exactly. At that age, who is that? Nobody has that many friends anymore either. That's just weird.
And it was... I keep forgetting, like, every time I see Teresa with... Like, that Teresa was the maid of honor to me is nuts. Like... She was, she lost it on her, and they had like one of the biggest fights in Housewives history, and now she's the maid of honor. It's like, it's crazy.
And then she's cussing you out, yelling, and you're just like swallowing it. What is going on there? It's really weird.
Yeah. It's I don't know how they
like
made up.
Teresa has
so good. It's
guilt
weird.
that she just wants to make it okay, or she just... I don't know.
Yeah.
The whole thing is really bizarre.
Yeah. Should we go to the second episode?
Yeah. Yeah, we'll talk about Jennifer's whole family there.
Yeah. Dolores and Frank are still fighting. He tells her when she kisses him on the cheek, that's how I kiss my grandmother. Their relationship is so fascinating to me.
So what does that mean? Like, how is she supposed to kiss you, Frank?
Right. I
With
like
tongue?
Frank, though.
Oh, I love him. I really am a fan of him.
You know what bothered me, though, was that when Joe and Frank meet up to have drinks or whatever, like, Teresa's been telling Joe how many ways he needs to hang out with his dad. Frank says it once, and as a man, he's like, you know what, you're right. I need to make time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like, why is it always that like men have to hear it from men for them to understand something? It's like,
it's not like the screeching bird anymore. Yeah,
right.
Yeah, he's heard it from his sister too. My brother, it's like my brother. He's just sick of me nagging him for a whole lifetime, and it's one in ear out the other.
Yeah, true.
But you don't have lunch with. You have time for lunch with Frank. Go see your dad. Bring your dad to lunch.
Right. Exactly. And again, it's like, I think like Frank made it seem easy. He was like, just go have lunch with him. Go see him during the day on your lunch hour. Blah, blah, blah. Like it doesn't have to be hard.
I love how Frank, though, Mr. Moral, who's strung a whole woman's life for fucking 30 years along. You refer to her as your wife. You live with her, but you really don't make any commitment to her. And you want her to French kiss you in the morning and suck your dick. Like, go fuck yourself, Frank. You're not the moral compass here.
It's bad.
I love him though. He's
Frank.
fun. I do too. And Dolores doesn't make it any harder on us because she's just
she's part of this.
She's interesting to me. She's a Wendy Williams. She's this strong broad. She'll tell you how it is. She has no problem laying it down, but yet she's wasted her whole entire fruitful life with some guy who's treated her like garbage.
Yeah, you're so right. Fruitful life. I like that. Yeah, it's true. It
makes me crazy
because she's so strong in a lot of ways and so weak when it comes to relationships. It's like,
she's so beautiful. She could have had a nice man who she could have had a nice life with, but it's interesting the choices they make, and it's all because they think they meet him when they're 18 and they gotta do the Italian way.
Yep, it's stupid. Jackie and Melissa meet for lunch. She tells Melissa she met with Dolores, and like she continues to say like, I'm not sorry for having a voice, like da 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 da, and like hunkers in on the fucking comment she made to Teresa.
Yes.
Speaking
Sounds
to me
like it's
that
really
is
eating
never
you
gonna
alive,
be
honey.
okay. I know. It's like, stop. And Melissa kind of tells her to apologize and says like she likes to make my life more difficult. It's like, okay, whatever. You should just tell her like, I don't think Melissa has said yet what you said was crossing the line and you should just apologize. She hasn't said that. She'll say like Teresa's going to hold a grudge and da 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 da, right? But she hasn't said like what you said.
Oh,
was
she
fucked
doesn't
up.
stick up for her family. She hates Teresa.
Yeah,
Melissa's
deep down.
fake. You're right, though. You're so right about the whole the way she looks. That guy now, that's mind blowing to me. I never really
For some
thought
reason,
about
I really
that.
noticed it last time where I was like, man, her hair is always the same. She's always wearing some version of a tight, like low cut outfit or jeans and a tight shirt. It's like always
That
the
shows off that bod.
Yeah, and it's great. She's a great body. She's beautiful, but it's just like it gets old to me.
It seems like she would answer the door when her son's kids come over, and it gets off that the little boys are drooling over her. She's just weird. I do like Joe and her's relationship. They do really seem genuinely in love, even though I guess he is pretty like cavemanish, so it makes sense that he would be with somebody so surface.
Yeah.
Jennifer though at that lunch though.
How about Giovanni? Oh no, that was Jackie. Jennifer shopping at Giovanni. We have another.
Can you
Giovanni
believe
appearance.
that? What is going on with Giovanni? And the mom sticking up for the husband. Oh my God, jumping off a bridge.
So yeah, she's shopping for her brother's engagement for like this very interesting Turkish ceremony where I guess they buy the bride to be dresses.
I do enjoy family traditions being continued in this world where nothing is continued, but I'm glad I'm not part of it.
Yeah, it seems like a lot. Yeah, so she's complaining about her husband a little bit, and she's like, I'm not supposed to complain and just accept my life. And the mom's like, but all you do is complain.
God, because she's stuck in that house and 5 kids, never sees her husband. I'd be miserable.
Yeah. I loved that they were at Giovanni. It's like they must be sponsored by Bravo or something.
Cute clothes too, and where
Very
did they come
cute
from?
dresses. Yeah.
So they pick her outfits and they buy her a cross instead of so her family is loaded too. She didn't need to marry a plastic surgeon.
No, she did not. I mean, her brother owns a freaking jewelry store, so I think they're doing all right.
I wouldn't be surprised she ends up with a boyfriend.
Yeah.
And then my thing was that real quick to the communion, we'll get to that, but it's on a Sunday. He's not working on a Sunday. He should be at the party.
Who?
The husband, Jennifer's husband. She rolls up with 5 kids. It just makes me sad.
The less I see him, the better. I don't.
I would love to see. Yeah, I'd like to see the interactions.
How about Melania going to the music? Oh, man, Melania, man. I just think Melania is about to really go through something. The nails
Poor
are the
Melania.
tip of the iceberg. And I love Melania so much, but she's struggling. You can tell.
Poor Melania.
She's going to be a problem teenager. She was a hilarious problem child, but I think it's only going to get worse.
I know. At least Teresa's trying, but there's not enough time for all of them. What about the other one? The one with the ghost face.
The ghost face? Adriana?
The latest,
The
or not the the one, the forgotten child.
Oh,
I don't
yeah.
know her name.
Gabriella. She is
a
forgotten child.
She looks like she has no color in her poor face.
I mean, I think Teresa is doing the best given a real shitty situation. Like, she's trying with all of them, which is all you can do, you know? What else?
I know, she is. And was that Fetty Wap or one of Fetty Wap's producers?
I was confused. So what was the Fetty Wap connection? Like, they met at a concert or something? Or
yeah. He was a sweetheart, and they all were trying hard. Maybe she'll
they were trying to
pull
hype
through.
her up. I know she filmed a music video, so maybe we're going to see it. I would watch it.
Yeah. I went to that
support her.
mall. That's funny. I thought Jersey had like the greatest malls. That mall isn't. It seemed. I mean, it's just a mall, but it is a nice mall.
I love her nails too.
How do you live with those nails? You can't.
It's crazy.
God, there's shit under those for sure. Now, I just real quick, Melissa and Jackie. It's funny how I hate them both, and then they connect with each other. Even though Jennifer, I know she's not a fan favorite, people seem to like this Jackie more. For some reason, I like Jennifer. Do you like her or not like her?
She's okay. I think now that I like have seen more of Jackie, I dislike her more. So I guess if I had to pick one of them, but I don't think either of them are needed necessarily.
Yeah.
Speaking of Jackie, she writes an article, "Does giving too many gifts cause spoiled children?" about Jennifer in the paper. I love Dolores being real shady, immediately calls her and is like, "Did you see this?"
Oh, you have a good impression of Dolores. I like that.
And I mean, let's be real, her kids are spoiled. She said, if you make these baskets, you can buy anything you want off Amazon. Like, that happened, I think. But I think it's fucked up to go into somebody's house and then write about like what you saw. I think that's rude.
And Melissa and Teresa has spoiled those kids. And even though Melania does seem troubled, I think at the end of the day they'll turn out okay.
I hope so. I really do. Because they've gone through a lot. Between her being locked up, dealing with Joe as a single father, then their grandmother dying, and then their dad going away. That's a lot for a kid.
Oh, yeah.
I hope they're in therapy. Like, I really do. Because I feel like they need some coping.
Do you think they are?
I would hope.
They would
probably
milk
not,
it, though, I bet.
But
and put that on the show.
Yeah. So Joey's communion is the end of the episode. I have to say it's nice to see the family getting along.
Yeah, I did too.
Makes me happy.
I like that.
I love that Teresa's lawyer was at the party. That was great.
I thought that was hilarious too. Yeah. He's really loving. He likes the antipasta plate. That food looked bomb. I'm there for
that
it.
cheese plate. I was like, God, look at that.
Oh my God, load me up, baby. And they even got the wheel waiting for more cutting. I just love Italians.
And I love the dad. Like, did you try it? He's like, I tried it all. It's good. It's like, all right, go for it.
I can't believe he's still alive, the poor thing.
How about Frank giving Teresa advice on weightlifting? I thought that was very cute. Like,
I
telling her
loved
how
it.
to pose.
And when he did tell her to move, it was like, oh, I see. Yeah, she did better.
Yep.
I know, he's so lovable.
He really is. And you're right. It's like, you shouldn't like him, but he's very likable.
Yeah.
Jackie's just pissing me off, going on and on to everybody about Teresa. It's like, get over it.
Yeah, you shouldn't have wrote the thing. It is really rude. And what's her face? These women can really keep their composure really well.
Yeah,
Jennifer doesn't. She's not as smart as I thought she was.
No, but she, like, when she confronts her, Jackie claims she didn't say anything negative. She says, I thought it was very complimentary, which is like, again, it's just shady to do. It's not about like, whether it's just a shady thing to go into somebody's house and then use that as a base of your article when you're not going in going, I'm a reporter and I'd like to talk to you about how you raise your children. You know what I mean? Like,
that's a good point. Yeah, you could say, hey, do you mind if I use, this is what I'm thinking about, and it would have been totally different. You're right.
Definitely shady to write it.
Just the way she talks. I'm not on tape, so I could talk weird too, but it's like she bit half of her mouth when she was younger or something and can't talk right. I just don't like her. There's something about her.
I don't like how everything she does, she's righteous that it's fine. And then anything somebody else does, it's like she doesn't see it at all. You know, like she's very like self-biased that like she is like in the right all the time.
Do you think now that we saw that she was a fan that she was coming on to get Teresa from the get-go?
Maybe. We'll see. I think this photo is gonna be the gift that keeps on giving. I guarantee that'll come up at the end.
I love it.
So she says she wants to talk to Teresa. She walks right up when Teresa's talking shit about her, which I loved. And I love
sitting on those logs.
Cold-faced Teresa. She doesn't give a shit. Like, she's like, well, I'd like to talk to you. She goes, okay, well, not here, but all right, fine. Like, she was just like, she wasn't giving her anything, which I loved.
I love Teresa. It's my nephew's communion. Like, flash forward to them causing a scene at the
oh yeah, that's so true. Meanwhile, she runs around like trying to get Joey to take a photo that he refuses to take. Like,
he's cute. They're both cute. The kids are cute. Her kids seem, he's got life. It's nice to see a kid who's got a little life between his eyes. But did he cuss when he was like, don't you? I thought he said like to his dad, "What the hell?" or something. It's like, God, it's a little progressive for a 9-year-old or 10-year-old.
I love when he said he drank alcohol thinking it was a Sprite. It's like
that was the cutest thing in the whole planet. I loved it.
But I also like that he like admitted it. He didn't like try to pound his drink. Thank God.
He was freaking out. He's like, I drank alcohol. Oh, I thought that was so adorable.
Yeah, it's cute.
Yeah, Jackie, though,
Ugh.
she really is obsessed. And then she's reading the article at the thing.
Right. It's like, stop. It's not show and tell. I don't need you to read the shit you wrote. Like, where's this?
Like, Margaret didn't read it. Go fuck yourself, Margaret. Everybody's read it. I didn't buy that either.
Of course. She's definitely lost me. I think you have to, it doesn't matter how Teresa talks to you. You're on Housewives. People are going to talk to you fucking crazy. It is what it is. So like, you should just say, listen, what I said was fucked up and I apologize. I didn't appreciate how you talked to me though. That's all you have to say. But like, she just shouldn't have said it. It's stupid. And now this is going to be the entire season is going to be them fighting over this, which I'm here for it.
And I can't even remember. Yeah. And the fact is that if anybody, your family's been through similar shit, you should be a little more understanding.
Right. Yeah. I mean, 6 months and what they went through, but still. Yeah, I agree.
The fact that she hasn't talked to the sister for 15 years really shows something about somebody's character.
Because even Joe and Teresa did not talk for that long. They just go through little year spurts here and there. Yeah, it was good though. Those 2 episodes. I like 2 episodes in 1 week. I could do that all the time.
Oh my God. It's so good. It's going to be sad when it's over. Teresa is such a star.
She is. If it was 2 episodes a week of OC, I would kill myself. But like,
yes,
2 episodes of Jersey, I can do all day.
I know. And I think they're going to screw us on OC. I think they're going to bring back the whole cast again.
Well, then I'm not watching it. I refuse. So
that really
if
sucks.
you guys are looking for recaps of that show, look somewhere else because I'm over it.
It really sucks. But yeah, Jackie, thoughts? I really can't wait. I hate how calm she stays. I just can't wait for next week. Any other thoughts? No, I just can't imagine getting 5 kids ready for a communion. I don't know.
Nightmare. Okay, Dirtyjohn. I don't really remember what happened. Do you?
So Dirtyjohn, they start out at the lawyer, and and
he like threatens the lawyer.
So it kind of comes around that she was manipulating John, thinking that she didn't see the letter, but she's really meeting with lawyers, like when she said she was at the dealership. Yep. So she's not as dumb as we think, but I don't know. It's when's that on? Tomorrow. This episode was a little bit him spitting on the birth certificate.
Oh God. Yeah.
Her with the stupid wigs. What I don't get is, you can wear a wig all day. You still knows what your freaking daughter looks like, you idiot.
I know. Right? Like, you're in a wig, but you tell your daughter to meet you somewhere, and he's harassing your daughter more than he's harassing you.
Let's meet at our place. I'll wear a wig. Yeah. You look the same.
Right.
Yeah. I would be so worried for my kids, and the fact that it's really crazy. And then Tanya Meehan.
She's smartened up. You know?
Oh, did the whole cop thing happen too? That he's like running from the cops and the cops were in on it? It seemed like he just got busted. It all came to fruition after at the end of what happens, right?
The scene where he like is like comatose on drugs and then somehow escapes and is like running away. I'm like, what is happening? Is he on crack? Like, I don't know. Like, where did he get this burst of energy all of a sudden? Like, I don't know. I didn't.
And then weird. I just wondered if that is scripted or if that's really
how it went down.
It really, yeah. And that this cop was in on it. That the cop was really trying, and Tanya Meehan was. Now, why doesn't Tanya Meehan try to figure out if he's married again and go tell this broad?
Yeah, I
was waiting for that. I would like that.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. See, you're right. They should have just wrapped this stuff up. It would have been a great show, and now we can't even really remember what happened. So it was a good episode, but I'm just ready to get to the meat and potatoes and wrap this up.
Me too. I'm ready for it to wrap up. I've enjoyed it, but it honestly could have been 3 episodes less.
Yeah. There's a show on Netflix called You. Have you seen this with Penn Badgley from Gossip Girl and Shay Mitchell from... It's a weird show, and if anybody's watched it, I watched a couple episodes, and then I Googled what happened because it's just really bizarre. It's kind of like it's kind of like the Dirtyjohn. But yeah, I guess it was a book that they turned into this TV show. But
I'll have to look at it. Yeah, I'm ready for it to be over. Let's wrap up Dirtyjohn. Let's get that shit done.
Yeah, so I can't wait for the last episodes. It should be really good ending.
Yeah, I think it'll be good. All right, folks. I think that wraps it up for us for Bravo. We'll be
I think
back
I offended
with-
enough people today.
Yeah, right. We'll be back. We're going to do 90 Day. We're going to do the finale and the reunion together, and we'll be recording that this week, so keep your eye out for that. Check out our call-in interview. Rate us. Follow us on Twitter at Escape2Pod. We live tweet and retweet some of your guys' ridiculous shit. And we're on Instagram, Escape to Reality Podcast. What? Anything else?
That's it, guys. Thanks for being
That's
a part of
it.
our life.
Yeah. Have a great weekend, everybody. We'll talk soon.
Fuck Louie.
Bye.